Chapter 1, laddies. My name is Chaz, and sorry for that really long, exhale, the breathes in part. Right? I had to do one thing. So, now, let me move that up there. So, in this what if is called What If Zuko Was Jerry Rig from Ben 10. Yeah. So, you guys might not know, or that aren't watched Ben 10, is that Jerry Rig is a alien, and he creates stuff, breaks it down, recreates it into a better machine. So I decided to make Jerry Rig and fuse it with someone that's buffed. Wrath. This is what it was before. It looks like a little gremlin thing. Yeah. But, yeah. So, in this what if, you know, I will use not their fused form, but instead I'll use them separate because they are in the same body, honey. So let's begin. And plus, fair warning, they both have. I kind of tweaked some of their powers and what they have. Oh, sorry. Sorry if my voice is a little bit scratchy or not talking right. So, basically, the Zuko has two different personalities, basically. So, yeah. And I'm also adding Zumi. So, let's begin. So, they were born, and then when when they go to a quirk doctor, the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk of fire manipulation. And she's all happy about it. And then when he went over to Zuko, who he tells him that he doesn't have a quirk. As he says, sure. As, yeah. Because yeah, so Zuko is always got picked around by Bakugo. Oh. And no one talks to him. As because they really don't like his high pitched voice. And yeah. So the basically Zuko went to UA, but instead of being a pro hero, he just straight up became. It was a time skip to like the 15, and they go to UA as a support course one, and because they he has better chances on it. So they're like, as Bakugo says, I might see ya more often. Yeah. Okay. The so yeah. So he goes to the support course thing, and the of course her Zuko sometimes he like he twists the or he tries everything as the okay. He even made so many attractions that some most of them 100% and work her instead of blowing up. There we go. The and everybody's like from the man, you build fast, like super fast, like how oh the as Zuko looks over huh? Man, not even an error to cause it to explode thing. And how? Well, the as he talks in his like high pitched voice, as he yeah, but no none of them realized that that he was talking so fast, huh? Like in the high pitched voice, is because he's actually or Zuko who has a light side. That is his light side. More caring person. Yeah. Then his dark side is more like wrath. But a little bit darker tone, like deeper tone. Like, hey guys, what's up? Yeah. But way more like deeper voice. So yeah. So both of them he works through the day and night. He makes wonderful attractions, but there's one that he worked on that could save anyone's life. It was called a quirk killer gun. And so Zuko made it so that he can and basically yeah. So he has tested it. And yeah, one day he was like waiting, like he just hangs out um, during the, like in front of, or, or not really a camp, but more of the, like a park. So he just was just hanging around because he was tired himself out. So he just needs a break from it. So he goes, and he did put a sticker on it that says, "Do not touch this contraption until I get back." Okay? So basically, yeah. So when he sat down, well, well, then out of nowhere, the quirk doctor came out of nowhere, walks over and sat down right next to him. Um, and yeah, he tells him that you weren't quirkless, actually, Zuko. That thing that I said when you were age of 4, you weren't actually quirkless. You had so many, like, 2 different personalities going. Hmm, really? As he talks in a high pitched voice, really? Yeah. You have a quirk never imagined. It's called Fusion Dimensions quirk. It's you can fuse yourself, oh, with another, like, other life forms. Like basically, hmm, you gain their abilities. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. But with your 2 personalities, it's really hard for you to do that, Zuko. What is my 2 personalities' names that you keep talking about? Well, the first that you are talking is actually jury rig. Yeah. And the other is wrath. Wrath. The big buff cat alien thing that I showed you, audience. This one. As the court doctor says that he needs to be careful with his power level because he doesn't, or court doctor says to Zuko, you do not have a limit on your body, so you also were born with 2 other things, infinity and 0. So both of them, um, yeah. So Yeah, so he goes back to class. After he cooled himself off because he walked, then the, yeah. So when he gets back, she asks him that, what's this gun for? It looks pretty cool. Well, the, the this is a quart killer gun, or quart gun, where it, like, once it shoots, it takes away quarks. Hurt. Hurt. You might feel like you're getting shot at, but in reality, your quarks feel it more. And one bullet could destroy a line, or one beam of light can destroy 4 quarks at a time. And I have this one specially planned, and to use it on a certain someone. Class A? No. Not Class B, not any of those ones. Or, I'm talking about a villain. Okay? Oh, I see. You want to obliterate the quirks of the villain so the pro heroes have more upper hand in fights, right? Yes. It's pretty heavy. Okay, let's see. As she tries to pick it up, and yeah, I agree. Yeah. And even the, whatever his name is, power loader, her, can't even pick it up with his suit of armor. Man, what is this stuff? So, yeah. Basically, yeah. It was just too weird. Sorry. So, the time skip to All Might versus All for One. The day has come. As jury rig version of himself wasn't able to wield it. As he gets angry, and he becomes like the Wrath, as he picks it up with just one hand, grabs a handle. Alright, this is more like it. As he goes, he straps it to his back, and he shows up as All for One is about to shoot a laser at All Might, because All Might was down but not out. As Zuko comes out of nowhere, he says, I have something to say. As they hear boom. as the laser, like literally, Zuko ends up blasting, as All for One's like, no. As All for One's has there's nothing as All for One's like, as he tries to use the laser on him instead, but it failed. What? As he tries to steal Zuko's quirk. What? It doesn't activate. As Zuko, who says, I sure do have a quirk. But you sure don't anymore, all for one. So, let's have a friendly competition. Or let's have a death match of our own. As all for one agrees to those terms. As everybody was watching, even at home, they were like, this kid's insane. As he says, now, ready? He puts his gun down before, and the quirks that will never come back, they're obliterated. So Zuko is basically, so Zuko, who has been practicing his fighting style, now, as he starts to really get himself, as he charges up his own infinity fist, as he punches All For One, as All For One gets obliterated. And then, as he said, or Zuko calls out his name, or calls out the attack, called Infinity Punch! Boom! As there was a giant-sized hole in, of course, All For One was obliterated. Half of the city was obliterated. And then, at the time, but he modified his Trinity attack to only hurt, or to wipe him out of existence. And they were in such a shock that even as he feels so much better, now, Nezuko picks up his gun. Guess I don't need this anymore. As he picks it up, and so he uses his powers to lift the debris off of him, or lift the debris off of the citizens, lifting it up into the air, just holding them as he tells them to get everyone out of there. As they all agree, and as he curls his fist, he made a giant-sized meteor out of, like, not destroyed buildings is, So, basically, it was pretty big, like bigger than Mountain Lady's transformation. And as they're like, man. So he moves it to where the dump is. As he, I mean, basically, as Zumi, he walks over to, or actually, let's say Zumi was at home, but Sashi was there. As he walks up to him, man, you have such a good abilities. Plus, guess that machine gave you some powers. No, I was born naturally. The reason why the quirk doctor told me the day or the the day when he told me, he said that reason why he 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 actually lied to us, making you believe that I was quirkless. But my quirk, as Sashi could not believe that his own son had a quirk the entire time. Hmm. So what is your quirk? It's fusion dimensions. It it's I don't know how it works, but he explains that I can fuse with like the life forms, and I can use their powers. Ours. Hmm. As Musashi looks at and any other secrets, well, I was born with his. The reason why I have this voice is because I have two different personality things right at this moment. The first one is called Jerry Rig. That's why I'm talking like this. The other is me, Wrath. So, yeah. So yeah. Sashi could not believe that his own son and any other other ones like well I have the power of infinity and zero as I was born with it. As they as the Sashi just like holy crud as he bonks his head and onto the cement hitting his head as yeah Sashi gets up as he hugs his sister no his own son and like so proud of you son. Yeah, the it was just too weird. So yeah, So he probably wants to try it. As he looks at, and of course, Bakugo was like, I'll do it. Okay? So, sure. Ezuku used it as they both fused into one. Ezuku's hair turns with yellow, like, or has a little bit of yellow. This is what it is. So yeah, this is what he looks like. As everybody's like, holy crud, what can you do? Well, Ezuku and Bakugo's voice also fused too. So he talks like, well, he basically, as he tries Bakugo's explosions, as sparks comes out and big explosions. It's not like tiny explosions. It's like the full-on nuclear, like, boom. As, yeah, Zuko could not believe it. And as everybody was like, whoa, so can you defuse? Sure. As he defused with Bakugo. And then Todoroki's up next. Yeah. Todoroki. Did not mean to put deku. There. So yeah, this is what it looked like. So they could not believe it. They looked at him, they were like, holy crud. As they like can't believe you can combine with others. As Todoroki and Deku's voice now fused. Yeah. And plus with storage, like the power of zero turns, or he copies Bakugo's powers. So it basically, yeah. As they could not believe it. That Zuko has this much power. Or as they're like, you should be in class 1A. Why did you join the sports test or join the support course? Well, because of Bakugo, whom, and rest of you, would thought I was like weak because as it says, you know what, you will be in class 1A because that is just too cool to be like be in the support course. Yeah. So then they go in. Plus, now it's All Might. Or no, actually, not All Might. The overhaul arc thing, Zuko, who is, he knows, or he was there, he saw his sisters about to get crushed by a giant palm of overhaul. As Zuko fused, or before, he actually defused after he combined with Todoroki thing, just to be safe. Yeah, so then Zuko fused his, like, jerry rig version of himself and his wrath version. Like, basically yin and yang, basically, to combine into the ultimate lord. Yeah, so he is now more focused as he talks normally. Like, yeah, he talks like himself. As he got, like, the overhaul away from Zumi, because overhaul was about to crush her and Ares, but Zuko saved her life, or their lives. So he says, that was just too fun. So I'll deal with him. And Zuko uses his full power to, like, make him break up back into fours, or, yeah. So then Zuko is like, man. So Chaco ends up, because she has no, like, boyfriend, because she was, like, she was trying to ask Bakugo out, but yeah, as she says to herself, there's plenty of fish in the sea thing. So then, when she saw what Zuko did, and she basically, and so did Momo, both of them, because they know that, because Momo knows that Todoroki is still in love with, like, Zumi, and so she chose Zuko too. So both of them, like, one day they were, like, walking from their house, or no, actually from school to their house, and both of them walked a little bit faster in front of him, turns around, and asks him who would he date. As they're both, as he walks right past them, he says that, to be honest, I would rather date both of you at the same time. As they're like, okay. So, yeah. So they were dating. And, yeah. Zumi. So now, the time skip to the future, where, let's say, because Zuko. Sorry about that. So basically, before that little interruption, they, in the near, or so, or should I say, welcome back to part 2 of what if Zuko was jerry-rigged. So, in this alternate thing, recap the, basically, if you haven't watched part 1, or if you haven't seen the beginning video of this what if, the, basically, the Zuko, whom and Jimmy got married to like 4 different people. 2 boys, 2 girls, yeah. So Zumi gets Todoroki and Bakugo, and then Zuko ends up hitting Chaco and Momo, and they had a lot of kids. I'm not going to tell you that how much it is, because it is just too weird. Here for it. So, yeah. So, basically, yeah. Zuko, so, basically, yeah. This is the end of the what if. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.